Montalvo Broadcasting Network. Support MBN, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, and shop with us over at Montalvo Store. Go to ebay.com and search in the advanced search. Type in Montalvo Store. Now support Montalvo Broadcasting Network. We have a wide array of books on conspiracy, apparel, and much more. Support your favorite radio station, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, by visiting Montalvo Store on ebay.com.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. President Trump says immigration reform, a major overhaul of the system, is high on his to-do list, and he's working on it now. The president tells Noticias Telemundo the plan will include a path to citizenship for young people brought to this country as children, the so-called dreamers.
What I'm going to do is they're going to be part of a much bigger bill on immigration. It's going to be a very big bill, a very good bill, a merit-based bill, and it will include DACA.
The president says Roger Stone was targeted by an illegal witch hunt that never should have taken place. Stone, a longtime GOP political consultant and presidential confidant, was sentenced to 40 months in prison for convictions stemming from the Russia probe, but now Mr. Trump has commuted Stone's sentence. Early last year, Stone discussed the case against him.
I believe this is a politically motivated investigation. I am troubled by the political motivations of the prosecutors.
And Stone had been slated to report to prison on Tuesday. Also at srnnews.com, Tropical Depression Faye continuing its northward trek, moving across eastern New York State after bringing flooding rains to the coastal mid-Atlantic region, the Jersey Shore, and parts of coastal New York and New England.
It's mostly offshore New England. There is some locally heavy rain coming across Maine, but it seems progressive at the moment. And the rain that's falling in New York, at this point, it's like way upstate.
National Weather Service forecaster David Roth also talking about the heat wave that's currently holding so much of the country in its grip. The intense blanket of heat and high humidity levels now spreading to the east, and that is expected to continue right on into next week with no relief in sight. This is SRN News. Scottish lawmakers consider a hate crime statute.
It is essentially an expansion of a current measure that punishes crimes committed because of race. The Scottish Parliament is pondering the addition of sexual orientation and gender identity, and that is sparking a lot of concern. Church leaders point out that establishing special protections for LGBT individuals could wind up infringing on religious freedom, right down to the preaching of the gospel. Scottish lawmakers will take comment on the bill for 2 weeks. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
LGBT issues expected to play a role in Sunday's tight presidential runoff in Poland. President Andrzej Duda, a conservative who has made opposition to the homosexual agenda a key campaign theme, is seeking a second term. His challenger, liberal Warsaw Mayor Rafał Trzaskowski, who signed an LGBT tolerance declaration last year, and that triggered a backlash in the mostly Catholic country. This is SRN News. Maine's Bath Iron Works files a complaint with the National Labor Relations Board.
The naval shipbuilder is accusing its largest union of threatening workers who crossed the picket line during an ongoing strike in Maine. The company accusing leaders of the machinists local of threatening so-called scabs with fines and loss of benefits and hinting at violence. Union leaders in a statement warned that anyone who chooses to cross the picket line will be fined after the strike is over, adding, quote, "No man has a right to scab so long as there's a pool of water to drown his carcass in or a rope long enough to hang his body with." Rhonda Rockster reporting.
American Airlines is warning Boeing that it could cancel some overdue orders for the grounded 737 MAX unless the plane maker helps to line up new financing for the jets. American's stand comes as airlines are finding financing increasingly difficult and expensive as the coronavirus pandemic has crippled operations. More details at srnnews.com.
The radical left-wing mob's agenda? Take over our cities, defund the police, pressure more towns to follow, and Joe Biden stands with them. Cutting police funding.
Yes, absolutely.
Eliminating cash bail, letting criminals back on the street, Violent crime exploding. Innocent children fatally shot. Who will be there to answer the call when your children aren't safe?
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
You have reached the 911 police emergency line. Due to defunding of the police department, we're sorry, but no one is here to take your call. If you're calling to report a rape, please press 1. To report a murder, press 2. To report a home invasion, press 3. For all other crimes, leave your name and number, and someone will get back to you. Our estimated wait time is currently 5 days. Goodbye.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Oh my God, this offends me. Oh my God, that needs to be banned. Oh my God, that's offensive. Oh my God. Oh my God, you're offensive. Oh my God, get out of my face. You're gonna get me sick. Wear a mask. Oh my God. That's offensive. That offends me. That's offensive. That's offensive. You're offensive. I want you banned.
You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. It's July 28, 2020, and the COVID zombie lockdown marathon continues. I'm watching the streets of the freeways of downtown Los Angeles, the 110, looking like a zombie apocalypse just hit them. Nobody has been allowed on the road. And the Los Angeles Libtards, that's the new basketball team, the new sports team out of Los Angeles, that they don't even play sports at all. They're just a bunch of rowdy kids, a big unruly mob. So these green tards are saying, oh, the earth is healing. COVID-19 gave the planet a break. You can hear in the headlines, the fake newspaper, I'm rustling behind you. Pandemic is far from over. They're going to take control. They're coming to take all your steaks and your wealth. So they're coming for your meat and your wealth. Get it? Your steaks. They're coming for your steaks. And what else we got here? Yeah, doctors are considered gods. You're a beta and they're the alphas. And that's the latest crap in the newspaper, but there's more crap online because nobody reads a newspaper anymore. So I'm looking at this article here. The earth is healing, and they're showing the 110 going to Dodger Stadium completely freaking empty because all these great protesters here. No, they're not protesters. They're rioters. The rioters, they're the new team, the Los Angeles Libtards. You see, because there's no more sports to play. There's just a bunch of agitprop that needs to be done, and they're doing the same thing in Los Angeles as they're doing in Portland and Seattle. They all got the idea from a 90s libtard cartoon called Rugrats, because they're still babies. So they named the city after one of the dads there, Chaz, right? Chaz. And they seem to think that Biden is going to be their Lord and Savior. You know, if they're so worried about Russia collusion, then they should take a look at Biden, because there's pictures of him like groveling to Putin and shaking Putin's hand and kissing Putin's stinky feet. And he's doing the same thing with Xi Jinping. Yeah, I tell you, look, if Biden wins,
it's going to be Xi Jinping who's the president of the United States, not Biden. That's what's going to be president of the United States if Biden wins. It's going to be Xi Jinping. And what they're doing, these Marxist Democrats, what they're doing literally is appeasing monsters, hoping that they're going to go away. But they're just going to show up right in your house. You're just conjuring these demons, these monsters that are saying that no lives matter unless their lives matter first. Oh, all lives can't matter. That's offensive to me, the black person. You know what's offensive, you haven't noticed, is that the New World Order is getting rid of all traces of like ethnic people. They're getting rid of Aunt Jemima. They're getting rid of the Redskins Indian. Because, Redskin used to mean that the Indians would go and they'd hit you with a tomahawk in the top of the head and they would scalp you, and hence they would take your red skin. See, it's not a pansy name. It's a perfect name for a football team who's supposed to take heads, right? When they tackle you. That's why they were named the Redskins, not because it was racist. Or maybe, just maybe, a bunch of fucking Mormons owned the Washington Redskins because the Mormons believe that if you don't believe in Joseph Smith, your skin will turn red, like a red skin. So, this is just crazy. Miami-Dade enforcing now $100 mask fines. They're going up to people telling them to adjust their masks. They're doing the same thing in California. People wondering should they wear a mask. But Biden, if he becomes president, he says he's going to make a federal mandate to make mask wearing. Like, even after coronavirus gone, so you can still wear this shit. You're going to end up looking like that health director from LA that looks like something out of Night of the Living Dead. Now, these screaming liberal hippies that are, trying to secede and become their own Marxist freaking country. In LA, the riots probably being led by all these dumbass rappers, The Game, the Snoop Dogg, all these idiots that literally rap about killing black people and killing themselves and shooting. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot this nigga for his chain. You know what I'm saying? I mean, those are lyrics they got. Those are lyrics, and these guys are peace ambassadors. Give me a break. Give me a break. All these protests are being led by their torchbearer, George Soros, the front man of the New World Order. People think California is so liberal. No, it isn't. It's fascist. Okay, just because the Lakers are sporting rainbow fruity Pebbles colors doesn't mean that they're liberal. They're fascist as hell. They're going to put a boot up your ass. And it's not going to be the American way. Hey, Los Angeles Libtards, after coronavirus, California liberals are saying that they're not going to return to normal. See, the new normal is them throwing Molotov cocktails and burning down federal buildings and, beating you to a pulp like they did to Reginald Denny if they think you're a racist. Okay? So, their outrage is probably going to help Trump more than it's going to hurt Trump, because more Americans are not going to want to see their cities be burnt to a crisp. Okay? So the Los Angeles Libtards are going to win as many games as the LA Clippers used to back in the day. They're not going to win shit. They will lose. Let's see. You have all these limousine liberals, leading the way in Hollywood. If these dumbasses really wanted to really take out some monuments, statues that represented pure evil and hatred and racism, you just take down the Hollywood letters, the Hollywood sign in California, and all these entitled limousine liberals that are along with George Soros funding the whole kid and caboodle, and we're creating this brave new world society, this caste hierarchy like a brave new world where you have the alphas and the betas, and these are obviously the betas that are being led by our society's supposed intellectuals, like these Marxist dumbass college professors and these scientists. I say that with little quotes. And the leaders. Don't you say? We're literally living in a brave new world right now. Now, I'm looking at this article in front of me here that I was mentioning earlier. COVID-19 gave the planet a break oh yeah, these guys are such smart scientists. Meanwhile, you go back to Jewish theology, and it says that we're literally on a flat disk in the universe. Okay, the story, we have here the story here, COVID-19, giving the planet a break. This is all climate change bullshit. They're saying that pretty much humans are bad and that the earth is healing, and the earth needed to reset. It's funny because this year 2020 had 2 zeros in it, and you study the symbolism behind the 0 point and starting at 0. It's literally a reset year. So this year is filled with esoteric mysticism to the New World Order, and the masks, everything is connected. So they're saying here, the earth is healing and we are the virus. We are the virus, they're saying. The observations were just anecdotal. May study found significant drops in daily carbon dioxide emissions. You know why? Because you're breathing them in. Because you are breathing your own carbon dioxide. And they're saying that we need societal change, we need to tackle climate change. This is one of them. This is a ritual, indoctrination ritual, turning you into total mind-controlled slave. The LA Libtards are now your favorite team. 7 hurt, 4 arrested, scuffle between police and protesters or rioters. I'm tired of seeing the word protesters for these pieces of shit. Rioters. They're rioters. Okay? No Lives Matter protesters or No Lives Matter gangsters gather at LA Federal Building in solidarity with Portland. Portland, let's see here. Protests surge around nation to federal agents. So what's going to happen next is they're going to bring in the Jump Out Boys to L.A., to Portland, to all the liberal cities. It's it's not martial law if they're trying to overthrow the government through a communist coup d'etat, which is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, this communist coup d'etat, this Antifa, these Black Lives Matter, they're all being led by Catholic peace activists, and their handlers are Jesuits. And Antifa, communism, and the Jesuits, they all go hand in hand. And you see, they got articles already linking them together. Peace activists. Oh no, I'm Catholic peace activist, not Antifa. Right. I can't tell the difference. Indiana priest suspended after calling Black Lives Matter. You see how it's all interconnected. Friends say Yuji Gugino is a Catholic priest, not Antifa. Catholic activist has been anti-hunger, anti-war, not Antifa. No. They're Antifa. Okay, this whole thing's being led by Antifa. Okay, it's all a Jesuit communist ploy. And they just set up a new team in Staples Center called the LA Libtards. That's right. You can get your tickets to see them. No, you can't, because it's sold out. Sold out. The coronavirus bought all the tickets, and you can't go. Good, because they stink. I'd rather go see the Harlem Globetrotters. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. I'll be right back. The number to call if you want to leave a message, and I'll answer it on Live Talk Radio, is 480-382-8451. That's 480-382-8451. 480-382-8451. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. Stay tuned.
Montalvo Broadcasting Network. Support MBN, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, and shop with us over at Montalvo Store. Go to ebay.com and search in the advanced search. Type in Montalvo Store. To help support Montalvo Broadcasting Network, we have a wide array of books on conspiracy, apparel, and much more. Support your favorite radio station, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, by visiting Montalvo Store on ebay.com.
tribal, primitive, rustic, Burning Man, punk rock, conceptual subculture for the edgiest, most cutting-edge designs of jewelry today. Go to Etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture, or one word, either by going to Google or search Etsy, ETSY.com, and type in one word, conceptual subculture. You will find the hottest designs using natural stones with wire wrap rings, rough, raw, genuine, semi-precious gemstone jewelry, solid sterling silver, copper, leather, orgonite, bracelets, pendants, chokers, men's copper cups with sterling accents, eco-friendly, repurposed, original, one-of-a-kind design earrings. Support MBN by going to Conceptual Subculture on Etsy. Go to Antique Obsessions for the hottest in jewelry, antiques, repurposed, solid sterling silver, one-of-a-kind, handmade by Bruce and Jaja. Go to our Facebook, which is Antique Obsessions, or you can go to Etsy.com and go to Antique Obsessions, one word, or type it into your Google and find us there.
The stylish and hippest clothing around. Go to Poshmark.com. Poshmark.com at Anti-Culture. At Anti-Culture. The coolest, hippest apparel on the internet. Poshmark.com at Anti-Culture.
Hi, this is Jaja. Come shop with us at Poshmark.com/closet/anticulture. Sign up for Poshmark using our code ANTICULTURE. That way you can have $5 in your pocket when you join up and you can buy something from our store. We have mad stuff like upcycle things, Armani, Hurley, O'Neill. We upcycling all kinds of things like LL Bean. And plus we got our tie-dyes and just mad stuff. Just come check us out. Also, you can sell your own stuff too using the Poshmark app. But sign in first using our code ANTICULTURE. And you can find us at Poshmark.com/closet/anticulture. Or when you're up in there, just at Anticulture us. And you can look under the peoples. Check you out. Peace.